Welcome back to Needlepoint School. Today is day 2 of Basketweave. If you missed day 1, go ahead back and watch that first. Another reason we love Basketweave is because it helps keep your stitching straight. If you're stitching continental and you start to feel like your project looks like it's leaning, then try stitching Basketweave. This a lot of times will take care of that problem. Now, today we're going to talk about, as we're stitching Basketweave, what do you do when you're approaching an object on your canvas? So I'm going to use this letter E as an example. So I'm starting with just anchoring my thread down, and I picked a spot where I was going down first, so I'm going down the poles and up the steps. I love Basketweave because when you're working on a canvas and working around letters or other objects, if you're reading the canvas and following the Basketweave pattern, your stitches are always going to line up. Now when I get here, I could just carry up and keep going here. That would run more thread across the back, but that's fine. If you want to do that for small areas, I think that's fine. What I'm going to do though, is I'm just going to come down and continue my basket weave. And you also could, if you wanted to, if you didn't want to continue to basket weave, you could switch from basket weave and you could just continental the white in here or half cross. I'm just going to continue. I'm going to basket weave. So here's another step going up the steps. Now I'm at another point here where we have some intersecting colors. So I could just continue to go down, come back up, and then I'm gonna have to skip over the yellow to finish that stitch here and then continue. But what I'm gonna do while I'm here is I'm just going to basket weave that. And then I'm gonna hop right back over here and continue. When you're stitching basket weave, or really any other stitch, you just have to pause and think of a plan. So I like to think, where do I want to start on the canvas? When I get to an object, what am I going to do? Am I going to, carry my thread over this E and just continue in that line? Or am I going to drop down and start stitching a different area? You just have to plan out what you want to do. Now, I'm going to drop down here and just show you that. So I could have done several things after stitching the inside of that E, but I chose to drop down underneath it. I picked a pole and I'm just stitching down. You're constantly encountering objects on your canvas and you're making a decision for how you want to stitch around them. But with basket weave, you're just reading your canvas, following the pattern of up the steps and down the poles, and deciding how you want to work your way around objects on your canvas. Our Substack has a free printable guide for basket weave, so you can go grab that. And again, we love this stitch. You can work around your canvas, and as you stitch around all these different parts in basket weave, they're always going to line back up. Happy stitching!